Attention passionate San Francisco 49ers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on San Francisco 49ers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true San Francisco 49ers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and San Francisco 49ers fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. I've got some explosive news that's been buzzing around the league, and it's got huge implications for the San Francisco 49ers. Rumors are swirling that the Niners are finalizing a blockbuster trade that could shake up the entire NFC West and send shockwaves through the NFL. And believe me, this isn't just any trade. We're talking about acquiring one of the most dominant pass rushers in the league, Myles Garrett from the Cleveland Browns, in a deal that's set to change the landscape of the 49ers defense and their Super Bowl aspirations. Yes, you heard that right. The 49ers, currently sitting at 4-2 and looking to solidify their position as NFC contenders, are about to make a move that could elevate their push for another championship. So let's break down what's happening here. The Browns, a team in a rebuild mode with a 1-5 record, are apparently looking to shed some assets. They're prioritizing future draft picks, especially for a quarterback that they can develop long-term, and also looking to free up cap space, around $20 million, by trading away Garrett, who's been a cornerstone of their defense. The Browns are clearly shifting gears, focusing on building around their future, especially with their cap situation and their defensive struggles this season, giving up an alarming 29 points per game. It's a static move by Cleveland, but one that makes sense if they're eyeing a rebuild and trying to set themselves up for a future with a more flexible cap and younger talent. Meanwhile, the 49ers see this as a golden opportunity. Myles Garrett, a 3-time All-Pro and one of the league's most disruptive edge rushers, is the kind of player who can instantly transform a defense. Just imagine him lining up alongside Javon Hargrave, who's been playing at an elite level with a PFF grade of 89. 4 and other key pieces in the front 7. Garrett's addition would likely add around 16 more sacks in 2025, boosting their already formidable pass rush, which has been somewhat inconsistent due to injuries. Remember, Nick Bosa was out for 4 games with a knee injury, and the team's pass rush has felt the absence. Garrett, with his explosiveness and elite ability to get to the quarterback, could be that missing piece to elevate their sack numbers and overall defensive dominance. And it's not just about sacks. Garrett's presence on the field would help the 49ers in several ways. His ability to pressure quarterbacks, especially in critical moments, would open up opportunities for the secondary, making it tougher for opponents to sustain drives. His pressure rate, projected at a plus 26% increase in pressures during the playoffs, is reminiscent of some of the all-time greats like Reggie White. And when you combine that with the 49ers' current pass rush, which already ranks among the best, adding Garrett could push them into a league of their own defensively. It's like putting on a turbo boost for a team that's already a Super Bowl contender. Now, I want to highlight something crucial about the impact this trade could have. First, it would solidify the 49ers' front, making their pass rush virtually unstoppable. Imagine Garrett coming off the edge, constantly disrupting the pocket, forcing turnovers, and creating havoc, not just in the regular season, but in the postseason, where the games get tighter and every sack counts. Historically, players like Watt and Mack have shown how a dominant pass rush can carry a team deep into the playoffs, and Garrett has that same potential, especially now in a system that emphasizes pressure and aggressive defense. But it's not only about the pass rush. Garrett's ability to help in run defense is equally important. The 49ers' run defense has been solid, but with Garrett's presence, they could become even more formidable, holding opponents to fewer yards per carry and forcing teams into obvious passing situations. This would also open up the play-action game for Brock Purdy, who's been playing well with a QBR of 91.7. Enhancing the pass rush and run defense simultaneously would give the 49ers a more balanced and unpredictable defense, making it even harder for opponents to game plan against them. Plus, with Garrett's addition, the team's cap space would be around $22 million after some restructuring, giving them flexibility to make other moves if needed. Now, let's talk about what this means for the upcoming playoff push. The 49ers, with Garrett in the fold, would see their odds of winning the Super Bowl skyrocket. Currently, their odds sit at +6-0, but with Garrett, those odds could jump to around +1-800, according to FanDuel. That's a massive shift, and it's not just about the numbers. It's about the confidence this trade signals. The 49ers are going all in, reinforcing their front line and betting on their ability to dominate on both sides of the ball. Garrett's presence could turn the tide in critical games against top NFC rivals like the Seahawks and Rams, where rushing the passer is often the deciding factor. And speaking of the playoffs, Garrett's impact could be measurable in the postseason. His pressure rate, combined with the 49ers' already fierce pass rush, could lead to an estimated +11 turnovers in the playoffs, which is huge for any team seriously aiming at the Super Bowl. His explosiveness, reminiscent of some of the best edge rushers of the 2010s, makes him a true X-factor. It's like adding a game winner to your lineup, someone who can change the course of a game with a single play. I mean, Garrett's 4.65 40-yard dash time shows us he's got that rare blend of speed and power, perfect for getting around offensive tackles and making plays that swing momentum. Now, let's switch gears and look at why Cleveland might be making this move. The Browns are clearly in a rebuild, and they're looking to prioritize their future. Their focus seems to be on acquiring draft picks and creating cap space to land a quarterback who can lead them into their next chapter. The trade of Garrett, which would free up around $25 million in cap space, is part of that strategy. Cleveland's defense, which is currently allowing about 3/8 sacks per game, might suffer a bit initially without Garrett, especially since their run defense is already under pressure, with EPA per rush dropping by 21%. Their secondary, which has already shown signs of weakness, could become even more vulnerable if their front doesn't hold up. And it's interesting to compare this to other teams in similar situations like the Buccaneers and Bengals, who are also in a kind of seller mode, trying to build for the future. But Cleveland's gamble is that they can rebuild around their cap space and future draft picks, even if it means a short-term dip in defensive production. Still, the risk is real. They might see their defensive efficiency drop, and that could make them more vulnerable this season, especially as they try to develop a new quarterback and rebuild their roster. Back to the 49ers, though, this move is about much more than just adding another star. It's about sending a message. They are all in, willing to make bold moves to ensure their place at the top of the NFC and to chase that elusive Super Bowl title once again. With Garrett, they're not just adding a player. They're adding a game changer, a player who can flip the script in crucial moments, especially in high-stakes playoff games. The franchise's history has seen great defensive stars, but Garrett's potential to reach that elite level, combined with their current roster and system, makes this a move that could define their season and beyond. So fans, this is a pivotal moment for the 49ers. The excitement is building and the possibilities are endless. Think about what Garrett's presence could mean. More sacks, more turnovers, a more dominant defense, and ultimately, a stronger shot at reclaiming the Super Bowl. The NFC West is already tough, with teams like Seattle and the Rams fighting hard. But now, the 49ers are positioning themselves as not just contenders, but outright favorites if this trade goes through as rumored. The division rivals better be watching their backs because the 49ers are about to step up their game in a big way. And I know you're all just as excited as I am to see how this unfolds. In conclusion, this potential blockbuster trade could be a defining moment for the 49ers, one that elevates their defense to a level unmatched in recent years. It's a move that echoes the kind of boldness we've seen from great teams in the past. Think of Watt, Mack, or even Reggie White in his prime, players who changed the course of seasons with their relentless pressure and game-changing plays. The 49ers are aiming to do the same, and with Garrett, they might just be one step closer to that ultimate goal, another Super Bowl victory. Keep your eyes on this story, folks, because it's evolving rapidly and the impact will be felt across the league. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest San Francisco 49ers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now San Francisco 49ers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the team. Do you believe Garrett is the piece that puts the 49ers over the top? Are you excited about the potential playoff surge? Or do you think Cleveland is making the right move for their future? Whatever your thoughts, I want to hear them. Remember, I'll be back soon with even more updates and insights, so stay tuned and keep supporting your team. The 49ers are on the cusp of something big, and I can't wait to see how this story unfolds. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Niners.